We see that the WNBA finals have kicked off.
Right.
With Chicago Sky facing off against the Phoenix Mercury.
Right.
They're really a classic matchup because you got Candace Park on one side, you got Diana Taurasi on one side. So you got these legendary players and shit like that. But
Mm-hmm.
then you got these other names mixed in as well. You got Brittany Griner, you got Skylar Dickens Smith mixed in over there. You got Miss Gray.
Yep. Chelsea Gray. Yep.
Gotta call her
Yeah, you gotta call her Miss Gray.
the way she was fucking cutting up.
Mm.
And that
That was the Aces series,
in the
right?
previous round against the Aces.
Yeah. Yeah. She got buckets.
I
She
call
got
her
down. She got down and dirty.
motherfucking right.
She got down and dirty.
She was cutting up. So, but what we want to look at is, is the 25th year of the W.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother Tim G. Jacob, who is our resident scholar on all things WNBA, he hit y'all with a stellar top 25 of his own. Very thoughtful, very detailed. Y'all need to check that shit out if you have not seen it. But my brother felt some type of way with this latest fan vote that just surfaced that declared that Diana Taurasi is the GOAT. And I just asked him for point blank period. Do you want to react to it? Do you feel some type of way? He told me he got smoked with that. So T, let them know how you feel about Taurasi being named the GOAT.
First of all, if your wrists have metal around them, you're a prisoner of the moment. Diana Taurasi, let's get this straight. She is one of the most offensively skilled, one of the most. She is the assassin. When I look at her, if you wanted to just draw comparisons, when it comes to a bucket getter, a shot maker, I liken her to Kobe, who is somebody that she reveres. It's no secret. But the fan vote, I think Taurasi was the GOAT, and then also the top 5 was Sue Bird, Candace Parker, Maya Moore, and Cynthia Cooper, which quite strangely to me is weird because I think Cheryl Swoops is better than Cynthia Cooper. I think Cynthia Cooper wets it up. She's offensively gifted, but Cheryl Swoops got 3 defensive players of the year. Let me say that again. 3. 4-time WNBA champion when the Comets were just, they were that.
Killing
it. But this woman, Cheryl Swoops, got 3. At one time, they likened Cheryl Swoops to Mike.
And I've been seeing her in some pics, I'm on Instagram, and you know what I'm saying, you see the pics of Mike popping up. And after one of them ships, he up there hugging Cheryl Swoops. I ain't saying all that to you.
No, but I'm just saying though.
Okay.
Real recognize real. What I'm saying, no. I'm just saying real recognize real.
Okay.
Real recognize real.
That's what it looked like. It looked like real recognizing real. Yeah.
And so that's the thing. And we know what Swoop's career at Texas Tech was special. And then when she came to Houston and led them to 4 WNBA championships in a row, there ain't no question. Now, again, we're talking about Cheryl Swoops being in WNBA in its infancy. So there wasn't but like 8 teams then. The dynamic was just different. The league was just getting off the ground. So, of course, you could say, well, the Comets are like the old school Celtics way back when things just kind of started up and got going, and these people just had they had the ability to formulate these teams unlike other teams, whatever you want to call it. Cool, whatever. But Taurasi is a one-way player. That's no secret. Yes, she's the all-time leading scorer in WNBA history. She's 39 years old, walking bucket. But what I think the fan vote is based around the fact that you catching Taurasi in them 2000, 2001 years when her and Sue Bird was killing it at UConn, and people have rode that wave to today. So people are prisoners of the moment, and I get it. I can be a prisoner of the moment sometimes, but when it comes right down to it, she only won 3 titles. Her running mate got 4. Her running mate Sue Bird has 3 titles in 3 different decades.
Mhm.
So she's at least gotten 1 in every decade. Taurasi doesn't have that. So she's a one-way player, tremendously gifted. And you know what you would say, America? You would say, well, you give Steph love. He's top 5. Yup, he does. He's revolutionary. I got
But
Taurasi
but do you have them top 5 all time?
all time. Of course not.
See,
No,
and see,
probably won't be.
and see, this is an all time thing.
And that's where I think I really think that people are just prisoners of the moment. So get the medal off your wrist. They're just prisoners of the moment. Taurasi is great. Let me get this established here. Taurasi is great, all time great. What you saw from her at like as they like to say in sports media, her advanced age at 39.
Did they
And
create that for Braun or something?
yeah, Braun, Brady, all that.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
but but when Jackie Young went to talking her talk to Taurasi in that I think it was third quarter or whenever in that
Something
in
like
that
that.
last
Yeah.
game, and she was talking that talk, talking crazy to Diana Taurasi. I said, "Is she crazy?" I'm sitting there going, "Is she crazy? You gonna give her something to feed off of? You already on their neck, and you gonna give her something to feed off of? Let's just see how this go." And they're in the WNBA finals. So you don't do that with great players like that. You don't feed them. You don't give them something to write home about. We just talked about that early in the show about Jack State. Don't give them nothing to feed off of. Keep it a buck. Just keep it moving. Prepare, work on your own house. Sweep around your own front door, as the Williams brothers would say. Stop it. So, but don't get me wrong, America. Taurasi is great, but she's not in my top 5.
Whoa, you gonna hit him with that one?
I mean, it's just a reiterate.
My
I just want to
brother telling you
reiterate.
that he's saying she not only not the GOAT, he ain't got a top 5.
I just want to reiterate that I have Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, Tamika Catchings, Sue Bird, and Lauren Jackson in my top 5. And all of them women won defensive players. Well, I'm sorry, except for Sue Bird, won defensive players of the year. The reason Sue Bird gets the nod for me is because Sue Bird's leadership, how crafty she's always been, winning one more title than her cohort, her UConn running mate. I think that speaks volumes too. And she's led good teams to titles. And again, if Taurasi's your GOAT, how is she behind Sue Bird in titles? You would think Taurasi would at least have 4 like Cheryl Swoops. At least have 4 like Cheryl. If Sue got 4, I would think Cheryl's got 4. I would think Diana could have 4. Especially when you got a body like Brittany Griner in the middle that she's had for years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's never formulated. Now, again, let's just say the Mercury does win the WNBA title. Then people will come on here and say, well, what do you say now, TGJ? What do you think now? I can revisit that. That ain't no problem.
Right.
That ain't no problem.
Right.
But today, right now, on October the 12th, she's not the GOAT. Ain't no sense in me sitting here even fooling with y'all about this. I wasted time actually for my show. She not the GOAT. Great player, she not the GOAT.
Well, y'all heard it. From my brother Tim G. Jacob again. He is our WNBA fucking scholar. This man has been an advocate for women's basketball
Love it.
since I've known him. Shit, he been an advocate for women's intramural basketball, for
Coached
women's
it.
high school basketball, for women's college basketball. So I'm gonna listen to him on that. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the ones that, well, he is the one that really got me to say, and I love basketball, coached basketball, um, coached a little bit of girl basketball. But he was like, man, that WNBA be hitting different. Them girls fundamental over there. You got to turn this shit on. And so
I got him watch.
you got to make the effort, yeah, because of how the network. You got to make the effort to go find it.
Yeah.
But to be 100, I'm gonna put y'all on blast, and I'll probably do another "Don't Add Me" or something on there. You got to make an effort to go find the shit because we make an effort to talk about women's sports on here. But when we compare our numbers on our WNBA segments or something like that, do as well as some of these other ones. So we need your support for that. You know what I'm saying? I know the gate is there because on my Twitter timeline, WNBA Twitter is lit. Shout out to WNBA Twitter. I need some of them WNBA Twitter motherfuckers. Hey, we got some segments over here for you.
Yeah,
WNBA Twitter. Come fuck with us. My WNBA Twitter be lit in a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would love to hear what they got to say about our thoughts on that. A lot of them riding with you, T. They've been shouting out Maya Moore. They've been shouting out your girl Maya Moore.
Yeah.
They've been shouting out Tamika Catchings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they like Coop. They've been hollering out Coop.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's some real folks out here that have a varying opinion, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Diana Taurasi and her bun. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks repping for, they say she got somebody who created an account just dedicated to her bun. That's how hard they fuck with Taurasi. You know what I'm saying?
And again, don't get me wrong. If you wanted to go about it as in, okay, who's the most decorated player in the game? You want to just say decorated, like, or most heralded, whatever. She's it. I wouldn't disagree with that. I really wouldn't disagree with that. But when you talking about ball, both ends of the floor, and I get it, Taurasi's not that. She's just not. But offensively speaking, she lights it up. Great shooter, always has been a great shooter. 3-level scorer. I mean, she just gets it done. But I would think, man, she ought to have the same number of titles as Sue Bird because her teams have always been, there. When she got Brittany Griner, that ain't no secret. You got
so you would say within their lengthy careers, she's consistently had comparable talent alongside her to Sue Bird?
I would say no. I think Sue has had better talent than her because if you look at it, she's had Lauren Jackson, she's had Breonna Stewart, she's had she's got I'm about to mess her name up, but Jewel Lloyd. I'm sorry, she got Jewel Lloyd. I mean, she's had talent along the way. I mean, and Seattle Storm's head coaching was very, very good. Their head coach now is very good, very talented. I think she's an ex-Storm player. She played for the Storm. Taurasi's had good coaches too. Sandy Bordello is really good. But again, she's just not. I don't know. Because again, Taurasi's a very tenacious person. So it takes certain people to play with her, I think, compared to Sue. Sue's just very easygoing, just knows how to galvanize and things. And Taurasi's really fiery, tenacious. There's no telling what she said to chicks in practice, playing with her and stuff like that. And she could turn people off, I think. I think she could turn people off.
Sound like you describing Mike and Bean, though, like you said.
I mean, it's interesting, but I do know she's great. No, she's not in my top 5, and that's just for me because, and maybe I'm just one of them guys that just maybe I just want to be a little inflammatory, and maybe I'm just not a UConn guy. But I do have Sue Bird up there, so I am sort of respecting UConn. Oh, by the way, but she's just not the GOAT.
Well, it is. America, y'all chime in and tell us what y'all thought about Diana Taurasi being named the GOAT of the WNBA and what y'all think my brother Tim G. Jacobs take on that. Put it on something.
They won't like it.
My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.